All right, hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. This is an educational channel, and we try to hook you up with stuff that you might not get otherwise, but stuff that is potent in its ability to help you out with your quest for better spiritual, mental, and physical health. Stuff that's been suppressed. The powers that be don't want you to know this stuff, and that should tell you something right there. This is a segment that we have that is called Your Blind Side, where I uh, talk to the info warriors out there, the diggers, truthers, anons out there, and just give them a few little nudges or a little bit of cautionary advice that they might not be paying attention to one thing or another, or that something might be skipping by them. And I have heard like a lot of talk over the last little while on flat earth and geocentric earth and um you know uh I approach all of that um kind of on first principles, that I haven't seen any evidence from in my own um five senses, pro or con. I kind of have no way of determining this. I've never been to outer space as far as I know, but I've never, not been, or, I can't say that it's not there. And, you can infer these things from a variety of different sources, but ultimately you're dependent upon something unless you've kind of gone through it yourself, or you've performed certain experiments that maybe would inform you. But a lot of those experiments, you know, maybe they don't prove anything conclusively. They just kind of demonstrate something, or there could be another explanation. And so they maybe are conclusive, but there is a possibility that there's a different interpretation of the evidence. The best thing that I've seen on the flat Earth is Martin Kenny. He does a presentation with Santos Bonacci, I think, on Santos's channel, and he kind of integrates He's got a model that he's made out of, uh, common materials, um, and it's kind of like a layered uh, concentric circular um, uh, playing field, or flat Earth, flat flat solar system, really. Um, and that's kind of what I was getting at here, is just to talk about how um, you know it doesn't mean that outer space doesn't exist. The flat Earth model doesn't mean that there's no outer space. It just means that the outer space is horizontal and not vertical, and that the Martians, or the you know uh, Nibiruans, or whoever, people from Saturn, that they're coming from the other side of the ice wall. So they're living in the outer space outside of the ice wall. And what we have is a bunch of concentric circles. And so I think in Kenny's model, like Venus and um, Mercury are really the concentric. They're a circle that's actually within the circle of Earth, and so they are, like you might think of as the North Pole, Um, and that is, like the most uh, internal circle. And then the Earth, and I think um, Mars is the next circle, and that comprises, basically the habitable Earth that we know of, and then maybe whatever is beyond the ice wall is the next circle, Mars, or the next. It would be, they're kind of two segments of the circle, an inner and an outer. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is that the flat Earth doesn't necessarily imply that there is no outer space. Now, I think another model that's worth um, thinking about, first of all, is platonic solids. If you have a platonic solid um, uh, planet, then you have flat areas that are totally flat, and then you have areas that are, um, you know, inflected, or where there's a ridge, or where the angle changes, and so you could get a lot of those anomalous results that way. But I think even more cogent than that is the idea of hollow Earth, um, and that book Smoky God. There's also a book called Etidorfa, or Etidorpa, Aphrodite spelled backward. And these books both came out in the, I think, late 19th centuries, and they talk about journeys to the center of the earth and what's going on there. And it's interesting, because the earth has a crust. The crust is, a couple hundred miles wide, or maybe not even that. And but then inside the crust of the earth, the people are living on the inside surface of the earth, because there is an inverse density gradient that's discussed by Dewey B. Larson in his reciprocal system of theory. And so this inverse density gradient means that the gravity pulls inside the surface of the earth. The gravity pulls you toward the surface. And the center is kind of like you have to defy gravity to get all the way to the center. And so everybody, and these are like very large beings in Smoky God, um, giants, but very civilized, and quite friendly, um, who are living on the inner surface of the earth. And so, they live on that surface, and they call Smoky God, that's the sun. That's their version of a sun. And, you know, um, that all makes sense to me. I think mainly because I've, you know, imbued myself with the reciprocal system of Larson, and that's kind of his understanding of how planets are, that they are white dwarf fragments, and that means that they have an inverse density gradient. It means that their their heaviest material is at the surface, and the lightest material, the helium and the hydrogen, is um, at the center. And so that kind of goes along with this general idea. Just musing, but this might be something that some of you patriots, add-ons, and diggers want to go out and check. Martin Kenny, Kenny, and also Smoky God. at the Dorfa, and just musing over. Um, you know, have very, very little invested. I know it makes a difference on some level, but you know, without any type of ability to ascertain for myself, it's all speculation. Okay, like, share, subscribe, comment, contribute. Come back tomorrow for another episode of Your Blind Side. And remember to watch your blind side. Have a great day.